What's up, guys? Thanks for signing into Reagan Tech. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Auphonix shock mount that I unboxed just a couple of days ago. So as you can see, the shock mount is right here attached to my microphone, and I'm going to be using it to speak about it for the next 5 or so minutes. Maybe it'll extend to about 10 minutes. Let me just read a couple of things that come from the company itself, because I couldn't say it better. A shock mount isolates your microphone from your workspace so that mouse movements, keyboard tapping, and other noises are not transmitted to the microphone directly. The Auphonix shock mount is specifically designed to work with the Blue Yeti microphone. Just connect the mount to your microphone arm/boom using the special adapter if needed, then attach the Yeti microphone to the central part of the mount. For best results, use an Auphonix pop filter to eliminate popping sounds. Blah blah blah. Actually, that's it. So, I can agree with every single thing that came on the box, minus the Auphonix pop filter. You see, my pop filter is from another company, but it's working just fine for me. But I can attest to everything they said. In fact, if you remember, if any of you guys have seen any of my old WoW videos or some of my other Let's Plays where I did not have this mount, so basically any video before this one, if I didn't try to remedy the situation, here, this is what I did before I had a shock mount, because the shock mount that you get from the company that made the Blue Yeti, the shock mount costs like $50, as I mentioned in the unboxing. I was using coasters, and it was terrible. It was a horrible bit. It just didn't work. And here's just a little idea. Here's a sample of how much thunder came from my keyboard every time I typed with my Blue Yeti attached to my desk. While I do that, I'll turn on my sound. Okay. Woohoo. So that's a lot. Rokdar, the Sundered Lord. I'm gonna accept that. And I have 6,000 health. And I'm soloing him. All I can say is this. Time can't heal all wounds. And the cringe, I'm afraid, is strong with this one. A couple more things to mention about this shock mount. It has a matching silver color, as you can see here, so it matches your Blue Yeti. If you have the whiteout edition, it still looks pretty good. Otherwise, I mean, it's not a big deal. If you have the blackout edition, then you should get this black arm extension. But if you don't really care about color matching, you want to know how it works, well, I've already said it works very, very well. See, I think that my Blue Yeti sounds pretty damn good right now. And this is with an air conditioner on. Keep in mind, I have an AC unit 3 feet from my microphone. Maybe 4, but no, more like 3. I'm very, very, very close, but with the way the Blue Yeti is designed, and the way that this blocks any remaining sound that would come from my desktop here, there is no thunder to be heard, and there is no noise, and finally, I can have perfect audio like I've always dreamed of. So if you produce music, this is perfect, and it provides leverage that you really need, without you having to go and spend an extra $100 when you consider the price of a pop filter, a shock mount, and the arm extension, or little tripod extension. I don't exactly know the difference, or what it's called, but basically mic stands can cost a lot of money. One more thing I want to mention. The reason I got this shock mount, as I mentioned in my unboxing, I was really forced to. I did not want to go and spend any money on a shock mount, but these guys convinced me, especially when I was really kind of forced to, after, as you can see here, the sides where the knobs go on the Blue Yeti corroded away. In fact, I have the Blue Yeti, hold on, alright, there we go. This corroded away. The sides here, the knobs, actually I threw those out, but I'm not going to go digging for them. Completely corroded away. This thing is a freaking brick now. Anyway, as I was saying, it is a complete brick now, and so I was forced to buy this shock mount, and I can say I'm not disappointed. And unlike Blue, these guys put a little bit of felt, or whatever you want to call it, maybe felt isn't the right word, but some kind of cottony fabric material as a barrier to surf between the knob that connects the microphone and the plastic knob. Now, one more thing. People complain that it's plastic, right? People think that it's not going to be good build quality, you know. The Yeti is a heavy microphone. The Yeti is a heavy microphone, so people think that because of that, these little intertwined rope extensions attaching to pieces of hardened plastic isn't somehow going to be enough. I've heard that argument in some reviews. People think that the plastic isn't going to do well enough, and the most I can say is it's fine. Alright, my experience with it, it's totally fine. Now, I will say, it does bend a little bit, especially depending on how you tilt it, right? Because sometimes when you tilt it, the force of gravity, of course, is going to be the same, but some parts of the plastic can get strained and pulled on more than others. So I can say there is a little bit of a bend, but as of right now, there's really not much to complain about. They even leave a little spot for you to plug in the little USB port, so you don't have to go moving around the rope. Actually, they did a pretty good job of keeping everything concise, neat, and just workable. I really feel like I could travel with this. I can fold up the armband, and everything's actually just about as portable as it was when I had my normal mic stand. I can't complain. I love everything about this product. I give it 10 out of 10. And if you don't like the plastic, and some people are really insistent on not liking that plastic, they don't think it's good quality, I get it. I don't agree. But if you are on that, if you're in that realm, or if you're in that group of people, they are coming out with an aluminum version. Almost forgot to mention this. The fuck, mate?
So important, read both sides of this card. It's metal. Okay, so this is plasticky, I'm guessing, because they're saying a metal aluminum version will be coming soon. If it, yeah, focused.
There's one more complaint, and this is probably the biggest complaint. I mentioned plastic, there's one more. People complain, and they have a right to. This is completely warranted. It's not an opinion thing, it's basically a fact. And it's Blue's fault, but they actually take fault for it, and they help you out. Blue says, and they claim, and I'm not knocking Blue, I love their microphones, by the way, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying they make their mistakes, and that's cool, right? This is supposed to be 5/8 of an inch at the top here, the knob where it screws in. And even though the knobs on the shock mounts are always going to be a constant, sometimes the mount in the Blue Yeti can vary a little bit, which can cause it to not fit the way it should. And Blue even said that if your mic does fit properly, that's great, but for those of you who are having trouble, important, read both sides. This came with the box as well. If you watch my unboxing, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, I'm basically just going to read about it now. If you discover that your mount does not properly fit your microphone, please visit the following page for more information and potential solutions. And they leave a link not to some Reddit post, but to their own website. And more than that, they actually left me a message. I didn't realize this until later when I was reaching out to some companies about tech reviews. I saw that they actually sent me a message telling me the exact same thing that was on this card. They were really reinforcing it, and they sent me an email. You can't get much better than that, right? They did a very good job, and they understand that the product isn't going to work for everybody, but they don't want that to hurt them because it's not their fault, and they're going to help you out, and they're going to do everything they can for you. So, considering it's a third-party shock mount, they're treating you like your first-party, like it's a first-party product. They're very good. I love Auphonix, and I respect their company immensely just for doing everything that they did. By the way, just want to be completely transparent here. I am not being paid to do this review. I just genuinely love the mount more than I even thought that I would. It's not bad quality. I honestly thought it would be a little cheapy. I thought that it would kind of move back and forth and it wouldn't be stable. It's completely stable as a rock. Everything works perfectly. It's compact, and it does everything I need it to, and I'm not even getting a reduced price for doing this review. I didn't reach out to this company. I just purchased the product because I needed a shock mount that was cheap. I didn't want to buy the one from Blue. Alright, I'm rambling at this point. But the shock mount is very, very good. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Wow, we are at 11 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe, and I will show you more videos in the near future. So, please, subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you so much for watching.